So I want to share with everyone um, basically this little thought here is how to make it without God. And this is primarily from my personal experience. Um, I came from a religious cult, and then I lost faith in God. And it was fine, it was fine. But then sometimes, and I'm sure it's true for everybody at some point in time, um, sometimes you might come to a situation in life or whatever, and you feel like the whole world is like caving in on you. Well, it makes you think about like where like you might get to the point where you think I could really use the power of God, and you might think, boy, that was kind of nice. But you know what? I was just thinking about it, and actually, there is a really nice thought in realizing just this little point before, in whatever kind of mind program that you had, whatever that was, you soaked all that in, right? You read the Bible according to whatever fucking church you came from. And sorry I curse so much. But whatever church you came from, you had a certain kind of program in your mind, built into your mind according to that. So, um, but like with me personally, I came out and I started looking into the universe teaching, and which I am fully accepting of it. And but at a certain time, I felt like alone, like I could have used a higher power to help me with situations. And I just come to the realization, like if the universe, or if God, this God that you knew before, all along was the same individual that people call your higher self, then, the Bible says that God is all powerful, and you believed it then, and you felt, many times like I did, that God protected you from dangerous situations or just kept you safe. Like you could go around and feeling completely worry free, right? And then whenever you're alone, out by yourself, no more belief in God, you could still do just fine. But if you don't feel just fine, you can consider this thought. If God existed back then, he was all powerful, you felt comfortable and happy in his warm embrace. Maybe he performed miracles for you. Have you ever thought that, just the fact that you were capable of manifesting that into your life back then under the delusion of a God, then that is still your power, except it is a new and improved God. It's like the universe God. And it's still your higher self, but it's like an upgraded version. It's an upgraded version of the old God. See, I came from the Jehovah's Witnesses, and they said Jehovah wears many hats. He has the hat of father and whatever else. And whether you realize it or not, once you do realize it, you realize that was me. I am Jehovah. I was wearing all those many hats. And I think it was Greg Braden that said something about the name of Yahweh being imprinted in our DNA. And once you realize that, then you really do realize I am Jehovah. I am my own personal Jehovah. So then you realize that Jehovah has been wearing some sort of a hat all along before that other people were controlling for you. But now you're in control on your own, and you can manifest on your own, and you can do so much better on your own now. And so looking at it that way, I think is really encouraging. Let's see what else. But yeah, it's like it could be like Jehovah point two or whatever, Jehovah two. And this time, this new Jehovah, this new Yahweh, this new Yahweh, or whatever you want to say it, this one is even more powerful. So there is a loneliness aspect to it because you've been praying to yourself and manifesting your own miracles all this time. But it's just a matter of getting reused to a God process idea. So it's the process of discovering who God really is, and that is, of course, your pineal gland. Your pineal gland is the God that awakens and see God and not die, right? You find out that God is really you, and that you don't die on yourself, because now you're in control of your own life and you're alone. And that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is.